Hello, this is Pieboy, and welcome back to the track. This week we're at Monza, where we use a low downforce setup to go as fast as we can. This is race 13 of our 20 race season, and here we start with, I forgot to record my qualifying, so sorry about that. I won't have a hot lap this time. Right here at the start of the race, fruit salsa drops out. And then we debate for several laps, do we quit and restart or not? But I had a decent start here and wanted to show it. So Dark had problems. I was able to go faster than Tron. So I'm up into third place. And then for the next several laps, Tron and I had a really good battle. I was able to keep him behind me for a while. I struggled a little with these first corners, as I often do on my first laps. So here we go to the actual start of the race. 4 or 5 red lights. Off we go. Once again, I get a better start than Tron. Maybe not as good as last time, but I found the right braking spot. Iceman and MBR collide, slowing it up for me. So I'm ahead of Tron again, but Dark had a better start, so he's up in first. I'm closing in on my teammate. But he cuts the corner. He brakes earlier than me, so I have to really slam on the brakes to avoid running into the back of him. That kind of opened up the gap between us. So something happened to Tron.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Because Babino is behind me now. So MBR and Iceman are starting to pull away from me a little. Let's see how this next lap goes. So a decent first lap. I qualified in 5th, so started from there. Was able to pass Tron at the start and then in 4th. I'm not too far off from 2nd and 3rd. So I overfueled my car by 5.5 laps so that I can use rich mix. Through there I put it to standard through these corners. Then once I get here, I put it back into rich mix for the rest of the lap. Then at the chicane, the first corner, I drop it into lean mix to go through the chicane and then put it back up to rich mix. So I spent half the lap in rich mix. That's why I overfueled my car so much. So I'm not gaining ground on MBR and I'm pulling away from Babino. So skipping ahead, had 3 laps. So Mega Man has passed Babino, is now chasing me down. My old rival. We seem to always be next to each other on track and have similar paces. Got a little flash of an arrow saying that he's closing. A little lock up, I get through there alright. That's one of the harder corners I find. and the brake markers are gone. I completely missed my braking spot because I always use the brake markers to figure it out. And then I do a bad job getting out. I decided to go up into third gear right away. I'm sorry if I came out in front of you, Fruit Salsa. Luckily you had enough room to get around me. So I just lost 3 positions because I missed my braking spot and went into the gravel. And now Tron is right behind me. So something must have happened to him. Must have had a similar spin to me. Because now we're right on track together again. Now Tron is usually slightly faster than me, and he's also pretty aggressive in overtaking, so I have to really take on the defensive. Some drivers, as long as I don't make any mistakes, they won't try to get by me, but Tron, he'll look for every opportunity he can. So the arrow flashed red as I was turning into the corner, so I didn't really have time to open up, let him have the corner. Getting through there alright. Looks like I got a better run through there than Tron. He probably had some dirty air to deal with. And I'm catching Fruit Salsa at the same time as trying to defend from Tron. So this might get a little hairy. Do alright through there, not the best, but I think Tron might be in DRS range. I'm up in Ridge Mix. Try to take the middle of the road. But I can go back to the outside because he's not close enough to me yet. Looks like I've opened up a little bit of a gap. Tron just ran into the back of me and spun out. So as I went through that corner, I had some dirty air from Fruit Salsa that I didn't take into account. Lost the back end. Trying to keep it out of the gravel. I had to brake just a little and put the gas back on. And Tron ran right into the back of me. That put him into the spin, if you looked into my mirrors, and into the wall.
Okay, clear. The gap to the car behind is 4.5 seconds.
So I apologize to Tron about that. And now I go into the gravel. But yeah, I didn't brake completely. I just had to apply just a little bit of brake to keep from spinning and then regain the back end and go. Now Dead Zero wants to have a run at me after those mistakes. But yeah, I know Tron was already having a bad race, and that just made his race much worse.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
So I've now passed a few people in the pits. Putting me up into 6th place. I'm planning on pitting at lap 11 because my teammate said he wanted to pit at lap 10 and he's ahead, he qualified ahead, so I decided to let him have it. He was planning on going on to mediums, I'm planning on going on to softs. during my practices, I noticed that I could go on super sauce for 10, 11 laps and then go on to the softs for the rest of the race. And that gave me more speed. It looks like Dead Zero just went into the gravel, the same place I've gotten into twice.
Gap to car in front is 15.5 seconds.
He just fell behind quite a bit. 15 seconds behind Bobino. I'm usually faster than him, so I might be able to catch up. So here we're lap 10. Jumped ahead 1 or 2 laps. My teammate is in the pits.
The window is open. The pit window is open.
And that's him who just came out of the pits. And I pull up right alongside. We go through the first chicane, side by side. We're still side by side. We just tap a little, but no harm. And I'm not really racing him. I don't want to impede him at all. So I just let off the gas a little, let him by, and tell him go for that podium. Because I still have to pit. There's no way I'm getting a podium today. Maybe if I didn't go into the gravel, but they were pulling away from me. So I doubt that I would have gotten a podium this race.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
I might have been able to take 4th. I cut the corner just a little. Had to be careful not to do that too many times. I had some better qualifying laps that could have put me higher up the grid, but I cut that corner and it discounted it. So here I go for my pit stop. So how many people passed me? 4th, down to 5th, down to 7th, 8th.
Complete, go now.
9th. So I come out of the pits in 9th. Now a few of these drivers I think started on softs and are going to go a few more laps before pitting. So time to chase down Fruit Salsa again. Looks like Pat Lassard just crashed out. So I've learned how to brake for that corner now. You can use the right side and the color of the barrier on the right changes. And right, just a little bit after that is where you want to brake. So coming through here, there's Pat Lassard. Crashed out. Okay, jumped ahead to lap 13. So 2 laps later. Still trying to chase down Fruit Salsa.
2.4 seconds.
Looks like Tron is putting in really fast laps. I don't know whether he's behind me or ahead of me, so we might meet again. I don't know. It looks like Fruit Salsa is starting to fight with the guy ahead. So that might play into my hands. Let me get by both of them if they slow each other down. I got DRS. It's a little slow to open it, but Means I'm within a second of fruit salsa now. Maybe I can get him on the main straight. Looks like I had a better run through that corner. Get a little slipstream, now I'll pull out. DRS, rich mix. This should be a simple pass. Keep to the middle of the track. And I've completed the pass. So up in 8th place. Faca Bronzo's next. This is lap 15. I've gotten closer to Falco. Just barely out of DRS range. Looks like he had a lock up through there, which ruined his run and really put me on the back of him. I have to be careful. I don't want to run into the back of him or spin out. I go up right alongside him. And I'm by. It's a technique I've learned that when I get close behind someone, I don't want to stay right behind him, or else I'll most likely lose my front wing. So I stagger it. If he brakes later than me, then I'll just stay behind him, pull to the left. It looked like that was dead zero crashed out. But if he brakes earlier than me, then that'll put me right side by side with me, and he has to yield the corner. And now Lacadian's crashed out in the same corner. So I'm up into 6th place. Babino's next to my sights. So far I've had a decent recovery run.
Our gap to first place is 27.5 seconds.
But I always make sure that when I overtake someone, I brake at the same spot I usually do, so that I'm not trying to dive bomb them at all. It's just the comparison of our normal braking zones. And if I brake later, then I can get ahead. But by doing that, I make sure that I'm able to hold to the corner tightly, so that I don't push them off the road or run into them. It's a clean overtake. So I'm in DRS range of Babino. See, I staggered it again there, but we had similar braking zones, so
Okay, the gap behind is 7.9 seconds.
I didn't get on his side, but kept me from running into the back of him. Here I brake early because I don't want to go too inside. I have to let off because he didn't accelerate out of that corner as fastly as I would have. Maybe it's because of his medium tires on compared to my softs. But now with DRS I can just slip on by. Now I'm in 5th place. Mega Man's next, but he'll be much harder to catch. I'm about 10 seconds behind him with 9 laps to go. So I have to catch him by over a second per lap. Usually our paces are similar, so I doubt I'll be able to do that. Unless he makes some really big mistakes. I'm starting to pull away from Babino. And I'm in the top 5 again. I qualified in 5th. I'm currently in 5th.
Behind is 2.9 seconds.
So Dead Zero just retired. I thought he crashed earlier, but maybe he was able to continue. So we've lost 3 of our runners. So every finisher will get points. Oh, it looks like Dead Zero ran into the pit wall. I don't know whether he was trying to go into the pits or if he spun and ran into it. So skipping on to the last lap. I haven't been able to catch Mega Man. I've only gained a couple seconds on him. And I'm way ahead of Babino now. I usually get purple sector times to that first sector because I use Ridge Mix there where most people don't. So, all in all, this has been a decent drive. I think I recovered really well from that spin into the gravel when I didn't have the brake markers that first lap. I don't think I would have had 3rd. I could have had 4th. Although it might have been a battle with Mega Man for the entire race. So I think I've recovered quite nicely. Final corner through Parabolica. My tires are fairly worn, but could still go another couple laps. I'll take 5th. I just found this funny. Babino's AI just ran right into the back of me. Crashed and lost his tire. So I came in 5th. MBR took a podium. So that's 25 points for us. However, our main battle is with Renault. And they took 2nd and 4th. So they took 5 more points than us. So that was Monza. I just about said Monaco. So after race 13, I am 4th in the World Drivers' Championship. I'm about 10 points behind Tron now. He came in 10th this race. He was down 2 laps. So something else must have happened to him. His crash with me might have put him down 1 lap, but not 2. So, if you liked, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. And I'll see you back at the track next time. This is Pie Boy.